Some people complain about sharing a bathroom. Others say they can't stand living in an apartment anymore. But what if I told you there's a place where over 38,000 people live crammed into just 1 square kilometre? Yes, you heard that right. There are so many people and so little space that walking in a straight line is a daily challenge. You wake up to voices, fall asleep to honking horns, and even the air feels like it's being shared in a hurry. Privacy? A Western invention. Silence? Only in your dreams, if that. But the most unbelievable part isn't that. The most unbelievable part is, these people choose to be there. They live, work, get married, raise children, have fun, and dream. All packed tightly together. And the question no one can quite answer is, why? Why would anyone prefer to live in absolute chaos, while the world offers space, countryside, fresh air? And this is where our journey begins. Today, you're going to discover the most crowded place on Earth. But be warned, after this, you might never see your own life the same way again. This place isn't hidden in a dark alley or on some remote island. It's right in front of the world's eyes. It's called Dhaka, the capital of Bangladesh. And if you thought Tokyo was crowded or that New York was packed, you haven't seen anything yet. Dhaka is home to over 23 million people in its metropolitan area. But what's truly shocking is the density in neighbourhoods like Mirpur or Old Dhaka, where the concentration surpasses 38,000 people per square kilometre. To put that into perspective, imagine squeezing an entire city into a stadium and asking them to live there forever. Now get this. In Dhaka, traffic never stops, the noise never fades, and personal space doesn't exist. You have to share everything, all the time. Houses divided among 3, 4, sometimes 8 families. Children play among exposed power lines and holes in the ground. Vendors scream out offers at street corners while motorcycles brush past your back. And yet, everyone seems to know exactly where they're going. But how? Why? Because in Dhaka, surviving has become an art. Chaos turned into routine, and the impossible became normal. But the craziest thing, people adapted. They learned to love, to smile, to dream. Inside what would seem like a twisted nightmare to anyone from outside. There's no room for luxury here. But there is something that many in the West have lost. Connection. Community. It sounds contradictory, right? You're probably wondering, but why would anyone still live like this? The answer's simple. There's nowhere else to go. Dhaka isn't just a city. It's a promise. A promise for millions of people coming from the poor countryside of Bangladesh. It's where the opportunities are. It's where people try to make a living. Even if that means living in a room with 10 strangers, or walking 2 hours a day through heat, stench, and overpopulation. All of that for $3 a day. And you still think you live with little. While in the West, we complain about Wi-Fi, supermarket lines, or a full elevator. In Dhaka, a child celebrates when they get a plate of hot rice at the end of the day. While you think about upgrading your phone, they think about how to get clean water tomorrow. And still, you'll see smiles on the streets. Couples walking hand in hand through the chaos. Kids playing soccer with a wooden stick and a deflated ball. But laughing like they're in the best stadium in the world. Because in the end, humans don't live off space. They live off hope. So the real question is, Are we truly more free just because we have more room? Or does chaos teach us to value what really matters? In the end, maybe it's not about how many people fit in 1 square kilometre, but how many lives fit in a reality you've never stopped to imagine. Dhaka is noisy, suffocating, ruthless. It's a portrait of a world where too many people hide the absence of everything. Lack of air, lack of space, lack of choice. Yet, at the same time, it's the cradle of a silent resistance, of millions of people who, crushed by circumstances that would seem unbearable to you, wake up every single day, willing to try again.